What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Ethan's Exotic Escapades. We're back here at Aquatic Planet with Todd. We're going to be cleaning a tank today. So before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe to join the tribe. And let's go ahead and get started.
Okay, so I'm going to vacuum this aquarium. I can go through a lot of these really quickly. One of the biggest things is people think you have to take everything out of the aquarium. They think you have to wash the rock. Of course, you would never use any soap or detergent on anything that goes in that tank. So what I do is I leave everything in the tank. So my tanks that have fake plants or live plants in, they all stay in the same place. You do try to work around it a bit though. So what happens is the poop, after these fish poop, it goes down in between the rocks. There's beneficial bacteria that lives in those rocks, and it's going to help break it down and neutralize it so it's not producing as much ammonia, which is toxic to the fish. So a lot of people don't like the idea of the siphon hose because you have to put your mouth in here, you might get some fish poopy water on it, but it tastes great. It's a little lemonade strawberry.
Yeah.
But it's really not that. But it's really not that bad. I've never been sick from it. Maybe that's why I haven't been sick, because I'm getting beneficial bacteria in my stomach from this. So anyways, you put the tube in there first. And there's a couple of techniques that I'll do that I'll show you. One is a 45-degree angle. Then I want to suck this end until I see the water halfway down the tube. Then I'm going to throw it in my basin here. So it's not going to draw as fast in this because the basin isn't very much lower than the aquarium. So these are gravity fed, so the higher the tank, the much faster they're going to draw water out. So here we go. Okay, so right away you'll see the poop go up in that tube. I'm doing the 45-degree angle technique where I'm just dragging it backwards. You can also go forward. Ooh, look at all that poop. Poop, poop.
Like
then every now and then pick it up and let the rocks go back down, and then go down. Go all the way down to the bottom of the glass. That's another thing that people do that's a mistake, is they'll just skim the surface of the poop. Go all the way down. The other way you can do it, and it's more efficient, is you pick it up, go down, and you just go side by side. Like I've already done the 45-degree angle technique there, and there's still a lot of poop in there. So it's better to do this technique, just go straight up and straight down and then move sideways. And I think I was about right here. Yeah, I'm getting a lot. It's drawing fairly well too. Got to be careful of snail shells getting sucked up in there. Dead plant matter will clog it. Dead fish will clog it if you've got any in there that you vacuum up. So you just move a little bit and go to the side and just go through it. You can kind of see in the one right over there where there's still little hills in it. This one here, you can tell that I kind of left it up there. There's always going to be a lot more poop around the filter. Boy, that's a lot there. It's very satisfying doing this because I know I'm helping the fish out quite a bit. I'm trying to get back there. It's kind of hard to get in there. There. It's not doing real well in there, but there's a whole lot of poop from what I can see. Oop, that's great. Hey, we can put clown music on at this time of the video.
Oh, no.
There we go. I got it. All right, go right back on there.
Woohoo!
All right, so there should be a whole lot of poop, and you should see a couple of these Indian yellowtail eels. There, one came out. Oh, there he goes.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
really fast. He's right down there, and he's gone. He's buried himself again. I'll get him out in a second. Boy, look at all that poo-poo. Here, he's gonna come out. I'm gonna pull him out over here. I'm gonna push him out. He's not gonna like it. Come on, buddy. There he is. Boy, he is adamant that he's going to be in there.
Yeah, he really wants to go under the rocks.
So if you get eels, it's better to have sand. They really love sand because they can easily get up and down in there. Oh, there's another one. He's hanging out the wood. His fanny's hanging out. He's kind of chubby. It's kind of like Santa Claus stuck in the chimney. All right, here we should get a lot of poop right under the filter. Watch this. Let me pull that filter out. over to the side. There should be a lot in there now. No, it's not. Yeah, there's some, but it's not as much as I thought it was going to be. So that's pretty good. You don't have to, if you have OCD, don't worry. You don't have to get all the fish poop out. Because this has been broken down into beneficial bacteria, a lot of it, so it's really going to be harmless. So that one took me a little longer. That was kind of filthy. That's about it. The other thing you would want to do is maybe take a scraper, and it's this tool here, and scrape the glass for algae, to take the algae off. These work really well. I can tell I have a little bit right here. I'll show you with the white when I go on there. So you just go through, you can see it's right there against the white, like right there. And I can just scrape it with this. It's not sharp like a razor blade, but it will cut you a little bit. You gotta be careful with it. And I don't want to go too much with where the caulking is in the corner, because I don't want to disrupt the seal that it has. There's some on the back there. Just scrape that off. A lot of times the fish will eat that too. Yeah, that's about it. That's that one. So I have to do this for like 60 of these. Okay, so I'm going to clean the sponge filter out. The sponge filters are pretty easy, but you need a big Ziploc bag, like a freezer bag like this. So in this plant, I've let some of the pothos come down because the pothos are getting nitrogen, they're sucking out some of the ammonia out of the tank. So this is kind of a smart thing to do. They do have hang-on back containers that you can put on the back and let the pothos plants just kind of grow and grow. And this is pretty natural for fish if we think about it. All the different strainers and stuff that are down in a lake or in a river, stuff like that. So what I'm going to do here is I got to first put the lid back and do something with this plant so it's out of my way. That's good enough. And I'm going to go back. I pull this down because I'm going to get under that filter, and then I'm going to put it in the bag and then squeeze it off so that it doesn't make. So I put it in the bag like that. Then I want to pull the bag up and around it, and then pull it up to the surface, and I'm going to pop the cap off, and then I'm going to let that sit there and let the cap bubble with the water in the top. And so now I've taken this off, and then you're going to follow me, and we're going to go into the lovely bathroom and squeeze the poop out of this. Okay. So the sponge comes off, and then look at all that. So this is good beneficial bacteria. If you have no illness in a tank, you can squeeze this into a bag and you can have poop water, and then that'll help establish your tank, because it's like doing like a steroid charge of beneficial bacteria to establish your tank. So I'm going to turn this on a little bit more. So I want to squeeze it until, see, there's a lot of poop in there. I want to squeeze it until there isn't very much poop in there, but not totally clear. I do want to leave some in there because that is live beneficial bacteria. So I want to hurry back in after I do this and put this back in. I'm almost there, because there's chlorine in this water, and I don't want to kill all that bacteria that's in there. Right to the top. All right, that's good. So we're going to head back in there. I squeeze all the water out of there, because there's still beneficial bacteria in there. And then once we get back here, you just take the base. The base is weighted as well. Push the sponge on there, and I'm just going to put the cap that's connected to the air hose right back in there, and it'll start filtering. Hope you can see that. I'll try to keep it up front. So it's pretty easy though. I just pop that on. You can feel it latch in there, and then I put it back down in there. So now I'm ready to vacuum this tank. So I first did the filter. A lot of people won't do the filter and the vacuum at the same time, but I haven't had any trouble with that, unless you're on well water. Another thing you can do is, all the poop is settled in here now, it's on the bottom. You can clean the sponge out in there, squeeze all the poop out of it in there. That's a better practice, but it doesn't clean it up quite as well. So now we'll vacuum this. So this is going to draw really fast, so I have to be careful with that hose because sometimes I end up watering the floor. So once again, you have to suck on it. She got Ethan in the head, that would have made you laugh. And you can see all the poo-poo running up in there. So do everything while the fish are in there. There's no need to take stuff out. The only time I take stuff out is if I have a lot of like big pieces of wood or big rocks in there, because there tends to be so much fish poop down in there. Yeah. See, this tank is a little cloudy because I have too many fish in here, like I have like double how many fish. So it just means I have to do more maintenance on the tank so that the ammonia levels don't rise. Boy, that's filling up fast. It's already sucked out about 7 gallons. Just that quick. So that's good enough. So I'll just let the rocks fall out. And we're done. Okay, so now we're gonna fill those tanks up. So I've got a Python hook, and this makes it to where I don't have to sit there and hold the hose up all the time. I can set it on and then I can walk away. But after you're done filling it up, you can't just leave that in there, because for some reason it will start to suck. It'll act like a siphon and it'll suck your water down to that extent after you filled it up. Just watch your feet. All right, so then I hook this up on there, and then when I'm in here by myself, I can go turn it on. But I think Ethan, you want to turn the water on?
Yeah.
Oh, and bring the bottle of Prime that's inside that cabinet there. It's a big bottle. So Ethan's going to bring a bottle of Prime. That's a dechlorinator. Super important. The way newcomers to fish kill fish quickly is they either overfeed the heck out of their fish and they cause ammonia to be in there and they get their fish sick, or the other one is they'll add city water into their aquarium when they clean it or whatnot, and they won't dechlorinate it. So you have to dechlorinate that water. So I'm going to turn it on now, and there we go. And that's going to run, and it only takes a minute or two to fill up. And so now my trusty cohort Ethan has now brought my Prime. This is the dechlorinator. This is so important. If you have well water, you're lucky, you don't have to do this, but this is super important. This is the best one on the market, and my prices are very competitive in here for this. One cap treats 50 gallons, whereas all the other competing brands are one cap only treats 10 gallons. So this is concentrated. It's the best buy, and it's like the same price as the others as well. So you're really saving quite a bit of money with this if you have a lot of tanks. So I just put a little bit in, and within a minute after the water's going in there, you want to pour your dechlorinator in there. And that's it. So I just want to fill this up now, not all the way to the top, but about halfway up where that 1-inch plastic is. So we've got just a little bit of time for that to fill up. And that's it. That's how you vacuum an aquarium. It's very easy. It's not hard. You don't have to take everything out. You do need to use dechlorinator when you fill it back up so you don't kill your fish. If you have well water, you are super lucky, because well water is so much more healthy for fish. Your fish don't get sick as often. Having said that, the store operates on only city water, and I don't have big problems at all. My fish grow fairly well, but it is better if you have well water. You're lucky. Okay, so now we vacuumed a couple of tanks, and now we have a bunch of poop soup. Poop soup is very tasty. I know Ethan hasn't tried this yet, but he's volunteered to have just a little bit. Just kidding. But what really likes it are these plants. So I have pothos indoor plants all throughout the store, and this is why they grow so long. Like this one plant goes way down over there. I don't waste this, well, I waste some of the water, but I always use this type of water because it has ammonia in it, which is a fertilizer. And so I'll put a few of these in there. I think I already did this on Wednesday when I have new fish come in. I usually use that water as well. But, so if you have live plants in your house, this will work out really well for you.
All right, so it's been a couple hours now, and I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all what the tanks look like now. You can see how much more clear the tank is right here. And then now I've got to show y'all the other tank. And if y'all remember what it looked like earlier, you can see how much clearer this one is. A lot. It's a lot more clear.
And yes, they have been fed today, but they're just acting cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They always act that way.
That's going to do it for today. If you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe to join the tribe. And I'll see you on the next one.